it's Lyric. Welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about long distance relationships. So recently I put myself into a long distance relationship, and I'm not gonna lie, people told me it was gonna be hard, people told me that it was gonna be a struggle, and I kind of just ignored them and blew them off, and I was kind of just like, whatever, like if I want to work, it'll work, I don't have to worry about it, like it'll all be fine. And then it actually became long distance, and I was like, oh wow, like this is actually really hard, and I've actually really been struggling with it. So I want to come and talk to you guys about the 4 steps that I found are the foundations to a long distance relationship. Like if you can start with these foundations and everything else, you should be able to figure out. Okay. Step number 1, communication. Everybody talks about communication. Whether you're long distance, whether you're not long distance, you have to have communication. You have to be able to talk to the person you're with. But when the person you're with is hours away from you, you definitely have to communicate, because you guys aren't seeing each other all the time. They're not going to be able to read the look on your face or tell by your body language. Like, you have to talk to each other. And when I say talk to each other, I mean have a conversation. There's a difference between arguing and talking. So when you're arguing with somebody, you guys are going back and forth. Nobody's really listening. Nobody's really comprehending. Nothing's being solved. When you talk to someone, it's a calm, collected conversation. Everyone's getting their point across. Everybody's being understood and heard, and you can come to a resolution. What I found a lot recently is that when you communicate with people, it's really easy to tell how you feel. It's really easy to say, I feel like you're doing this wrong and this wrong and this wrong, and fix it. But the fact of the matter is that when you're communicating with someone, it's not just about what they're doing wrong. You have to stop. You have to take a moment to not only listen to them, but realize the role that you played in the situation, because everything is a two-way street. So just like you feel that they did something wrong, they feel that you did something wrong. And if you can't admit to what you're doing wrong or what you're adding to the problem, then the communicating thing isn't going to work. Another thing about communicating is, just because you both say how you feel doesn't mean it's over. So just because I say I'm hurt and then you say, well, I'm hurt, and then it stops, nothing was solved. Nothing was communicated. I understand that you're hurt and you understand that I'm hurt, but we didn't figure out a way to solve it. We didn't figure out how we're going to fix the problem. Like, nothing was changed. So that's kind of hard. Like, something has to be done. Something has to be solved through communication. There has to be a resolution. We have to have figured out a way to fix it so that it doesn't happen again. And that's what I feel like truly communicating is. Number 2. That was 4 fingers. Number 2 is making time for each other. Long distance is hard. I get that. You get that. Everybody gets that. Every video is going to tell you that. Every person is going to tell you that. It's hard. In order to keep up with long distance, you have to be willing to make time for each other. And whether that's me texting the person that I'm with and saying, hey, like, I get a break in an hour. My break is 30 minutes. Can I call you? Or just being like, hey, next month I have a free weekend. Can I come see you? Can you come here? Coordinating time to talk and see each other is so, so important, because it lets the person you're with know that you still care. It lets them know that you're still thinking about them. It lets them know that even though they're away and they're forming their own lives and doing their own thing, you still think about them. And that's really important. That's a really important thing to know. Like, especially for me, I'm the type of person who I need attention. I need to know that the person that I'm with wants to be with me too. And so having that person say, can I call you an hour? Saying, hey, I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. Hey, I have a free day here. Or hey, even if it's simply saying, hey, I have an hour to text you, it still counts. Like, it still lets the person know that you care, that you want to talk to them, that you haven't forgotten about them. And that's really important. Number 3, I keep doing that. Anyway, number 3 is finding something to do with your free time. I get it. The person that you spend your time with or want to spend your time with isn't around. But that does not give you the permission to sit in your house, moping around, being miserable, doing absolutely nothing. Like, you have to find something to do, whether it's going to work, whether it's hanging out with friends, doing DIY projects. I painted shoes a couple of days ago. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Do something. Get out the house. Find something to do. Because if not, you're going to make yourself miserable sitting around and thinking about the fact that you can't see this person. Yes, it's sad. Yes, I understand that you want to see this person, but if you're just sitting around being miserable all day, that's depressing. Like that, you don't want to do that. Last but not least, number 4. I love number 4. Okay. Random acts of kindness. And when I say random acts of kindness, obviously people think that that's so hard because they're like, if you're not around someone, how are you going to do just random acts of kindness? Listen, just because someone isn't around you all the time doesn't mean that they can't still do small things. Like, okay, me personally, I love receiving stuff in the mail. Like, I am a mail hog. Like, I love going to my mailbox, opening it, and seeing like letters and stuff for me. So if you're in a long distance relationship with the person you're dating, write them a letter, send it in the mail, send them flowers, send them a random text at 3 a.m. saying like, oh, I miss you, or post a picture of them on your social media and be like, hey, don't get to see her often, but she's so beautiful, and then have them see it. Small things to let them know that you're still thinking about them and that you still love them. It doesn't have to be big. Like, you don't have to spend $200. You don't have to buy them a car or something crazy like that. Like, it's just small, simple things. Like, my girlfriend wrote me a letter. A simple letter. It wasn't even a long letter. I don't know where, I can't find it right now because I was cleaning my room, but like, I'm pretty sure it was only like 4 sentences on it, but that's something that I can go back and read and be like, wow, even though I'm not around her all the time, like, this person that I'm with really does love me and really does care about me. And that's something that's really important. So yeah, communication, finding time, keeping yourself busy, and little acts of kindness. Those are the things that I found recently are the foundations to a long distance relationship, a healthy long distance relationship. It's not, those 4 won't solve all your issues. You're going to have problems that can't be solved with communication, that can't be solved with small acts of kindness. Trust me. With long distance, depending on how long you guys are away from each other, it's going to get harder. But I truly believe that with those 4 foundations, you can work through anything. You can literally figure anything out. My social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I have. Give this video a thumbs up even if you hated it because you still sat through it and watched it. Click the subscribe button down below. And see you guys next time.